Somewhere 30,000 years ago in the sweeping, cold steppes of Eurasia, you are born. Your first breath is a sharp, wet gasp of icy air. Snow swirls around you like tiny, whispering spirits. Your thick, shaggy coat is still damp from your mother's labor, and the world feels vast, bright, and brutally cold. But you are built for this. You are a woolly rhinoceros, a giant among beasts, wrapped in fur as dense as the clouds above. You are not alone. Your mother is there, her massive horned head hovering close, breathing warm puffs onto your tiny, trembling body. She nuzzles you forward, urging you to stand. Your spindly legs wobble like saplings in the wind. You crash onto your side. Again, she urges. Again, you try. Painfully, stubbornly, you push yourself up. The ground is frozen and harsh against your feet, but you are tougher than you look. In less than an hour, you are standing, shivering but proud, wobbling after your mother's huge, steady form. Every heartbeat, every breath you take, roots you deeper into this wild, frozen land. The Mammoth Steppe is your home, a sprawling, endless sea of grass, moss, and lichens stretching from the western edges of Europe to the far reaches of Siberia. Wind scours the open land, carrying scents of danger and life alike. Herds of shaggy mammoths, clumsy musk oxen, and swift saiga antelope share these plains. So do wolves. So do cave lions. You must learn quickly. At first, you are a wide-eyed bundle of instincts. When the long shadows of cave lions slip over the land, you stay close to your mother, feeling the deep rumble of her warning growl vibrate through your skin. Your ears flick at every strange sound. The caw of a raven, the distant howl of wolves, the scrape of ice against stone. But you are growing, and fast. Fueled by your mother's rich, fatty milk, your body thickens, your legs strengthen. In a few short months, your stubby horn starts to sprout, a tiny nub that promises greatness. Seasons tumble one over the other. Winters come with howling blizzards, and summers bring a brief, buzzing warmth that paints the tundra in wildflowers. You learn where the best grass grows. You learn the smells of friend and foe, the patterns of the sun and stars that guide your mother's slow migrations. You also learn about pain. One spring, you stray a little too far, chasing the fresh green scent of a patch of willow. A pack of dire wolves spots you. They come silent as breath, swift as thought. Your panicked squeal cuts across the tundra. You run, clumsy and terrified, your tiny horn no match for their snapping jaws. But your mother thunders between you and them, her massive horn gouging the earth, her bellow deafening. The wolves scatter. You limp back to her, your side scratched and your pride battered, but alive. You learn. You remember. By the time you are 3 winters old, you are almost as large as your mother. Your shoulders roll under thick muscle, and your horn has grown into a proud, curving blade of keratin, strong enough to split small trees and scatter predators. The land is a living map beneath your feet. You know where the herds roam and where the ice cliffs crumble into hidden valleys. You know the smell of danger on the wind and the feel of coming storms in the quiver of the earth. But you also know something new, the prickling restlessness that stirs in your blood. It is time to leave. One morning, with little ceremony, your mother nudges you away. Her low grumble tells you everything. You are no longer a calf. You are a lone wanderer now, like many young bulls before you. The steppe stretches before you, vast and unknowable. You walk. Being alone is both freedom and terror. You roam wide, crossing frozen rivers and endless plains. You spar clumsily with other young bulls, pushing and clashing horns in bursts of energy and awkward bravado. You lose sometimes. You win others. Each scrape, each clash teaches you more. Where to aim your horn, how to use your massive weight to topple rivals. There are laughs, too, if a rhino could laugh. Once, you tried to intimidate an old woolly mammoth, lowering your head and pawing at the earth. The mammoth barely glanced at you before tossing a trunk full of snow in your face and stomping off, leaving you sputtering and sulky. Food is always a hunt. Though you are a grazer, the grasses you crave are often buried under deep drifts. You grow expert at uncovering the tender shoots and mosses hidden beneath, your snout sweeping in rhythmic practiced arcs. Predators still haunt your dreams. Packs of wolves eye you from the edges of the herds you shadow. A massive, short-faced bear once chased you for an exhausting mile across open tundra. Your size saves you more often now, but not always. Scars gather along your flanks like trophies. You are 6 years old, full-grown and battle-tested. Your fur is thick and matted with ice, your horn worn but fierce. Other rhinos know you by your scent, your scars, your presence. In a fertile valley carved by retreating glaciers, you find a mate, a broad, sturdy female with sharp eyes and a quicker temper than your own. Winning her is no simple task. First, you must drive off a rival bull, a bruiser with a horn longer than your leg. The battle is fierce and ugly. You clash, grunt, shove. Dust and snow fill the air. Pain explodes through your skull when his horn glances off yours. But at last, you drive him back, limping and bleeding. Victory. You nudge the female gently. She huffs but allows you near. For a season, you are not alone. You graze side by side, cross rivers together, nap in the pale sun. When she bears your calf the next spring, a small, wobbly creature with your stubborn eyes, pride fills you like fire. Once a rushing river becomes a slow, winding stream. You grow heavier, slower. Your horn, once so sharp, dulls with age. Winters bite harder. Your bones ache when the cold settles in. The world changes too. Herds thin. Summers grow warmer. Strange smells drift across the wind. The smoke of distant fires. The scent of new predators walking upright on two legs. They carry sharp sticks and cold, clever eyes. You see them once, small against the land, yet somehow dangerous. You give them wide berth. You fight less now. Younger bulls rise to challenge you, and you yield your ground without shame. Your time of ruling is over. You spend your days following the herds at a distance, grazing, remembering. One twilight, as the sun bleeds red across the endless sky, you rest by a frozen river. Snow settles over your broad back. Your breath comes slow and deep, a soft mist rising into the thinning air. The cold no longer bites, as it once did. It feels almost like an old, familiar friend. You think of your mother, long gone into the winds, her fierce love still echoing inside you. You think of your calf, now full-grown, and wandering their own path across the vast steppe, chasing their own battles, dreams, and victories. You think of the endless grasses, the crunch of snow underfoot, the sting of battles won and lost, the life lived as fiercely as the storms that shaped you. You remember the warmth of summer suns and the sting of winter winds, the scent of new growth after the thaw. The world will go on with or without you. Others will roam these plains. Others will struggle, fight, love, and survive. New giants will rise, and old trails will fade. You are a part of it all. A single, stubborn thread woven into the vast, frozen tapestry of life. As the stars wheel above, bright and endless, you close your eyes, and the mammoth steppe breathes around you, timeless and wild, forever.